Yo, it's gray matter. Let me cut this fucking volume down a bit on my computer because I don't need it, you know, layering it to my microphone. So, if you hate, before I even get this fucking shit started, if you hate the conservative viewpoint about this pandemic, just cut the video off. Cut it off. Don't even fucking listen to it because you will hate everything I have to fucking say. I'm just gonna tell you that now. Alright, if you're gonna, unsubscribe and shit because I said this, go ahead. I already had enough people that, I knew and thought I had a good friendship with and everything else fucking, omit me from their life as if I never existed because of this very shit that I'm about to tell you. Or very shit I'm about to rant about. Excuse me. So I'm watching this video, right? I got on my phone right here. It was Moki. He's talking about is Melee dying, so on and so forth. He was talking about, the apathy of top players and them not taking the game as serious as they should be because we're in a pandemic and so on and so forth. People aren't entering tournaments. All that shit, right? And I touched on this in my free Melee video, like in 2020. But Melee is only going to stay, in the trenches because you're keeping it in the trenches. Okay? This pandemic has been dragged out and dragged out and dragged out and dragged out and dragged out. We've been lied to and lied to and lied to. Before it was, 2 weeks to stop the spread. Now it's fucking 2 years and we're still trying to, we're still forcing people to get vaccinated and fucking wear a mask and shit. Like, and then they're limiting the amount of people because there was a tournament. It was Ascension. It was for SAC gaming here in Arizona. I was thinking about going, but then I looked at the shit and I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm not finna be, taking the jab just to play some fucking Melee when I know the shit that is done to people. Okay? Personally, know the shit that is done to people. Not just shit I read online. But whatever. Fuck that shit. Because if I go deeper into that, YouTube's going to delete my entire fucking channel. They've already been threatening me for 2 fucking years straight. I still have the warnings on my channel. I still have the emails. But that's beside the point. It's not beside the point, but I'm about to brush on into something else. Under the same topic, excuse me. It started off where they were essentially banning certain treatments all because of a certain somebody, a certain president saying that they worked, and because they hated that president so damn much, they made the treatments political. So a lot of the people who died shouldn't have died because there was real treatment, but because organizations say otherwise, despite them being paid off to say that, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, so now we got fabricated deaths, and we could talk about the flooded numbers, the inflated numbers. People go into motorcycle accidents and that counts as COVID deaths. We talk about the people who actually did die of COVID, but they were either unhealthy or had comorbidities. So they were unhealthy anyway. Not living proper lifestyles, so on and so forth. So that added to the counter. I say this and people hate me because I said this. No, COVID is real. It's real. Yeah. But they also was counting the flu and the cold in those numbers. And a lot of people that died were already unhealthy to begin with. But okay, hate me because I said that shit. Good treatments that worked, they hazed and talked shit about and fucking put out the propaganda so that you would not take those treatments in favor of their fucking jab. And every death and side effect from that shit, they're going to keep hitting. They're going to, brush aside. You're not allowed to talk about that shit, so on and so forth. Anything that goes against, WHO and their bullshit, that's a no-no. Once again, you lose your channel for that shit. I talked about, Mr. Microsoft himself, and I got I got blocked for that shit. Nobody's fucking listening. Let's just be real. Nobody's fucking listening. And instead, they fucking cut me off like I was dead weight to them. And then they refuse to acknowledge the shit that I said that is happening as of right now. Maybe they don't know. Maybe because the media's been real good at hiding shit. But whatever, you know. I'm a crazy ass conspiracy theorist. You know, fuck you, Gray Matter. We don't like you. We wish you never existed. So on and so forth. Whatever. All right. You know, people hate people like me. I've been told that to my face. I hate guys like you because you don't take this shit serious. Oh, I'm taking this serious. Okay. A lot of these hospitals were not to be trusted. They got paid to mark your family members as dead from COVID. Let's be real here. They were getting paid for that shit. And especially after, you know, big name treatments and shit has been treated as such, as political, and denied at hospitals, it leads me to believe that a lot of doctors were in on the shit to begin with, or at least your pharmacist was. People didn't have to die that died. So there's that. You know what I mean? And here in Melee, we're just believing the hype and still perpetuating the hype. How many folk in the Smash community got vaccinated, you know, despite me saying don't do it, but you got it. Okay, cool. You got it. You know, big names like Mango, so on and so forth. Yeah, I got it. I'm smart. Okay. Why the fuck are we still doing this bullshit with these tournaments then? If everybody's all, you know, jabbed up and masked up, you should be fine, right? Melee should commence as normal. But it's not. Explain that shit. And then, you know, when you have these top players, let's just be real here. You've been doing the same shit over and over and over and over again. The moment that you take a break from it, you get that feeling that you know, I don't want to call it laziness, but that feeling of I don't want to keep doing this sets in, you know? Because let's just be real. You were playing this game and it was your livelihood. And when you sat down and relaxed a little bit and got a little break and you were just doing it for fun, you remember what it felt like to do it for fun. And now you probably don't even want to go back to competing because of that stress. Maybe, but that's just a little theory of mine. You know, sometimes I feel that from music. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, I'm burnt out from the music. I want to take a little break. And then after a while, I want to make some fucking music again. Okay. But back to what I was getting at. You know, you had your inflated numbers and shit in 2020. Okay. 2021 now, they had the moronic, sorry, Omicron variant that came out. Okay. And they were talking about how many people were getting infected, but they weren't listing any more deaths, which I find suspicious. Because before they were doing it, you know, and they admitted to this, or at least CNN did. They admitted that they were doing it for ratings. They were letting people know they had the doom counter in the corner for ratings. That was it. That was their big thing. Like, shit. You did it for ratings. Now you're not even, you know, doing it anymore. You're just talking about people who are getting infected, and they're using this shit to try to push for more fucking lockdowns. Like that didn't fuck our economy up already. I already said that shit wasn't gonna fucking work. That's not how you deal with a damn virus. Look at how we dealt with pandemics previously, and look at how we're dealing with it now. And I tell you that we're making a lot of fucking mistakes again. But this time, these mistakes are on purpose. They're not an accident. They're not. Well, you know, whatever. I'm an advocate for being healthy. I'm an advocate for washing your hands, being cleanly, taking fucking showers, washing your ass. All right? People don't do that shit. How many times I went to the restroom and watched people just walk out? No, they ain't lather up nothing. Didn't do none of that shit. But whatever. Okay. I'm wow, man. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Look. Just look. People are getting infected. We're not really talking about deaths anymore. We already know that they have a history of, you know, fabricating this shit. They were telling people a lot of folk were dying to keep the fear up, to keep up the propaganda, so on and so forth. We bought into it. We fucked ourselves over because of it. And in the midst of all this shit happening, in the midst of the lockdowns, they had all the gyms closed. They were denying certain treatments. You know what I mean? They're forcing people to stay inside, stay indoors. You know, you're not getting fresh air. You're not getting sunlight. People getting depressed and shit. People are in fear. Everything that's going to fuck up your immune system, that's what they were pushing on us. And y'all didn't catch on to none of that shit. You know, I don't know what else the fuck to say. Like, we're here because we chose to be here. The nigga we got in office is there because you chose to have him there. we wouldn't be dealing with all this bullshit if you wasn't there, or if what was going on wasn't going on. Like, really? $7 for gas now? Like, bro, and people are still fucking supporting this nigga. I'm done. We would have been energy independent. We would have had all this shit. Not to say that, you know, I was a 100% all for 45, but I knew that he was the better fucking pick. And they used this fucking pandemic to get him out of office. Like, we gotta keep it going so we can mail in those ballots. But whatever, man. For all I know, YouTube is going to probably just block this video and probably delete my whole fucking channel. But you know what? I'm taking a chance with this shit. So fuck it. You know, I'm gonna post it. And whatever the fuck happens, happens. Peace.